and you can put it already in your diary. In the future, we will have more often these kind of calls where we always develop ourselves. So it will be a little bit like a success academy where you always can learn a little bit more. So if you want to achieve more, you want to learn more, so that is basically where it's nicely connected. So I work tonight not with slides, I work with the brochure, because what I do tonight is basically that I want that you are also able to talk to your members, to talk to your clients without having a slideshow. So it should be very, very simple for you in the future to follow. So for now, we jump directly onto page 15. So when you have your brochure, and on page 15, you find one of our core products. We have basically 3 core products, which is the shake, the tea, and the aloe. Why is that considered as our core product? Because everybody needs good nutrition. So everybody needs a shake. So the idea is basically that at least everybody has a healthy breakfast, because who needs a breakfast? Everybody. So the magic question what I often have is, today, for example, can a breastfeeding woman take our shakes? Then I have the question, can a diabetic person take our shake? Then I have the question, but this guy had recently a heart attack, can he have our shake? The question is always what we need to ask back, can this person eat a healthy meal? And when the answer is yes, this person needs a healthy meal, then the shake is appropriate. Yeah, the shake is nothing else than food. Go away from the thought of it's a meal replacement, or it's everybody who can eat, everybody who wants to eat healthy needs good nutrition. Obviously, we don't promote the shakes to children or as a children nutrition, but when parents ask us, can I give that to my child? Then I say often, do you consider to give your child a McDonald's or juice or a lot of unhealthy stuff, ice cream? Yeah. Obviously, good nutrition is good for a child. Just consider also the amount. So when it's a baby, you might take a tip of the knife of the shake powder into the milk bottle the baby is getting anyway. If it is a baby which is around, or a child around 6 years old, you might consider a teaspoon in their yogurt, for example. Take a plain yogurt, or you can mix it like a smoothie already for them. And as they grow up with 12 years, they often eat normal like an adult. You can give them a full adult portion of the shake. So you can't harm anybody with the shake. Even, I mean, you can take more shakes. You must not just take one shake a day. Yeah, I basically tell everybody, when you drive your car faster, you need more fuel. So expect more from your body, meaning you work out, you do exercise, or you have a higher stress level at the moment, that possibly at work, or negative stress, positive stress, whatever it is. So when you want to have a lot out of your body, you need to fuel a lot. But we can't eat often a lot, yeah? Either we don't have the time, or we don't prepare proper meals, or we feel not hungry. So the best you can do is always have a shake. This is why you find me often during the day that I have a shake for breakfast, I have a shake for lunch, and I have a shake at 5 o'clock, because like now, I haven't had my dinner yet. So I will have my dinner after the call. So it would be far too long from my mid-afternoon snack till later to have my supper. So I make a 5 o'clock shake. So I fuel my body. So when a lot of people wonder why I'm on the go, always in a good mood, always focused, always balanced, it has a lot to do because I fuel my body all the time. So the shake overall, we have the different flavors. You see that in the brochure. The shake is based on soy protein. And a question which comes often up is, not often, but sometimes from people who are a little bit informed, is soy protein healthy? Now, this is related to, there's some funny articles around with soy protein can have an influence on your hormones, or some people with cancer, or some people with hormone imbalance, with thyroid problems, they are concerned about it. Now, these articles are related to the complete soy. meaning when the people eat drink soy milk, soy products like tofu and stuff like that, then they should be concerned not to consume too much. We only use the soya isolate, so we only take the good from the soya, but not the rest. So we don't have that influence on the hormones and stuff like that, so we must not think about that. But having said this, if somebody is really concerned still and says, but I don't want to have soya, or there is somebody who says, I'm allergic to soya, then we have the solution and we take the free from shake. So we have one flavor, which is vanilla free from. So we have the vanilla normal and then we have the vanilla free from. So then when somebody is highly sensitive, highly allergic, gluten intolerant, has lactose intolerance, is allergic to soy, then we take the free from shake. Yeah, so we always have an alternative. It tastes delicious as well. It tastes different than our normal vanilla, but it tastes absolutely delicious. So the people I have on that free from, they are absolutely happy. They don't want to have anything else. So, and the shake is a complete healthy meal. So what I always like to say to the customers, we are not no carbohydrates like other diets. We have the right amount of protein. We have the right amount of the good fat, and we have the right amount of the good carbohydrates in our shake. So it's a complete healthy meal with everything what the body needs. One of the other questions which comes sometimes up, but there's sugar in the shake. Isn't that too much sugar? Now, to make you relaxed, first of all, diabetic people can use it. Why? Because it is fruit sugar in the shake. And the amount of sugar is less than a small apple. So everybody can be completely relaxed. There's not too much sugar in it. The fruit sugar, basically, the fructose, is there to give us the good carbohydrates. So this is as simple as you can explain it, okay? And we know that we can use the shake just to support our body to stay healthy with 1 to 2 shakes a day. We can use Herbalife to lose weight. This is when we replace 2 meals a day. We like to suggest replace breakfast and lunch or breakfast and supper. And obviously we still have our snacks in between, mid-morning and mid-afternoon. And we have our normal healthy meal where we focus probably not so much the starches like the rice or the pasta and all of that, more that there's always protein on the plate and colorful veggies around it, okay? So, and then we can use Herbalife also to gain weight. So when people are anorexic or they need to gain weight, they are skinny, skin and bones, or they want to build more muscle, what they basically do is they have their 3 good meals, healthy meals, and they add 2 to 3 shakes a day. But preferably, they drink the shake after their meals. Because if not, they are full already and they wouldn't eat their meal. I think that makes sense. Okay?
Yeah.
What is beautiful, basically, when you look at the brochure on the page 16, you have a nice explanation what you need to eat in order to get all the good nutrition into your body. Yeah. So when somebody says, but I'm eating healthy, then I say, okay, but to get the right amount of protein, you should eat at least per meal 1 fillet of baked cod, 1 satsumas, then you should have at least a tablespoon of sunflower oil for the right amount of vitamin E. Then you should have at least 100 grams of cheddar cheese. Then you should have 2 pots of plain yogurt to have the right amount of calcium. And then you should eat 1 banana to have the right amount of potassium. So first of all, this is not cheap when you go that way of nutrition, when you buy all these different things. Second of all, you need that with each meal. So it's a little bit a problem with preparation. And this is why more and more people basically use the shake at least for breakfast to have a quick healthy meal, which is much cheaper than buying all the nutrition our body actually requires and needs. Yeah. The most important task what we have for ourselves, for our family, but also for our clients, is that we make shake recipes which we really love, and that we experience all the time more. So when you look on our webpage, level10club.co.za, and click on recipes, you find recipes like the pudding recipe, what I had just now, which you can make out of the shake. How delicious is that when you can serve your family a healthy pudding and you don't need to think about the sugar and the fat which is in it, it's just healthy. The children might eat the pudding easier instead of that you give them the shake. You can make ice cream out of it, ice lollies for the children. You can make a porridge out of it. You can mix it with yogurt. You can bake cake out of it. You can bake pancakes out of it. Herbalife is good nutrition, so we can make anything out of it. Okay? So really start to experiment there and enjoy it, be excited about your shake. Then most delicious, we have the Express bars. This is now on page 21. The Express bar is a complete shake in a bar. Very convenient when you travel, very convenient when you're not sure how long your day will be. You can even break the Express bar in two halves and have one in the mid-morning and one half in the mid-afternoon, just as a snack in between. I personally find the Express bar also sometimes we don't feel for drinking a shake, we feel for chewing something, then the Express bar is absolutely divine. Always make sure that you have a glass of water with it, that the body really can absorb it in a nice way. So the Express bar is just a complete bar. When I travel, when I'm on the plane, these are always in my handbag because I don't like to eat just what they serve you on the plane. It's sometimes not so tasty or it doesn't look too good or you don't know what is in it actually. Then I rather have either I make a shake or I have my Express bar. Then I know I'm safe and I have my right stuff and I feel great and I arrive and have the right energy. Then we have two products which you can use similar. So we have on page 23 the protein drink mix and we have the personalized protein powder. Now very exciting protein enhancers basically. We can use them for cooking, we can use them for snacks. So the difference is the smaller bottle here is the personalized protein powder. We add the personalized protein powder into our shakes to have more protein in our shakes. So a woman should go for 1.2 gram up to 1.5 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So as an example, when a woman weighs around about, let's say 70 kilo, you want to go round about up to at least 80, 100 to 120 gram of protein, depends on your exercise level. When you make your shake with milk, doesn't matter now which milk you use, then you end up with 2 scoops of shake and the 250 ml of milk, you end up with round about 18.5 gram of protein. When you take the personalized protein powder in it, 1 scoop is 5 gram of protein. 1 scoop of the PDM is 7.5 gram of protein to be exact. So by adding more protein, you get more value. Now what we do in the meantime, a lot of us, is that we skip the milk completely. And by doing that, we still need the right amount of protein. So you take your 250, 300 ml of water or a little bit more, depends how thick or how thin you want to have it. And now you can have 2 scoops of the shake and either 2 scoops of the personalized protein powder, which is for the people who don't like it too sweet or too thick. Whereas most of us in the meantime take 2 scoops of the personalized protein drink mix, because this is nice vanilla flavor. So that one, the protein drink mix is plain. The PDM has a vanilla flavor. It's sweet. It tastes delicious. It's creamier. So it makes the shake like, yeah, we say always creamer basically to it. Absolutely delicious. And when you make your shake now, with 2 scoops of the personalized protein powder, you end up with around about 20 grams of protein. If you make it with the PDM with 2 scoops, you end up with 25 grams of protein. So basically, you get more protein, but not more calories. The protein drink mix, why I sell it a lot and why I like it a lot, is also at the same time, you can replace now the milk in your shake, but you also can use it as a snack drink. So for a snack mid-morning, mid-afternoon, you mix 250 ml of water just with 2 scoops of the protein drink mix. If you're smart, you want to put a little bit of our tea in it. That gives a nice enhancer as well, and it tastes absolutely delicious. And with that snack, you get 15 grams of protein. To get 15 grams of protein for a snack, you need to eat 3 yogurts, 3 cups of yogurt, or you need to eat 3 eggs. So both of that wouldn't be too healthy, whereas with a protein drink mix, you get for far less calories, far more protein into your body. So then we have our snacks as well. So protein drink mix is a snack. Then you find on page 25 more snacks. We have the protein bars, which is absolutely delicious chocolate. I love to have them as a snack. It's so delicious with my afternoon tea, and then I have my protein bar. It feels like almost guilty to have such a good chocolate and an aromatic tea, and I'm just set up for the rest of the day. So the protein bar has 10 grams of protein. It's delicious Belgian chocolate around, and it's guilt-free. Then we have the gourmet tomato soup. And the gourmet tomato soup, the same like the personalized protein powder, the small bottle of the protein, I use a lot for cooking. So whenever I have a soup and I need extra protein in it, and I want to bind it, want to make it thicker, then I put either the gourmet tomato soup in it. We have delicious dips. That gourmet tomato soup, you can eat it like a soup. But I mix it, for example, with cottage cheese, add some Tabasco, and you have the most awesome dip, which is lots of protein. But you can dip it now with cucumber, you can dip it now with carrot sticks. So there's an alternative what we can do with our product, and you have something healthy, a healthy snack basically for your clients when they visit you, or you have a healthy, nice snack for your family and for your guests. And then we have the roasted soybeans. The roasted soybeans come in a pack. 1 pack is 9 grams of protein. So you have 14 of these packs, 12 packs in a box. And delicious because they are very low in calories, but high in fiber and high in protein. And now again, you can use them, just eat them as nuts, as you would eat nuts, but they are far lower in fat than nuts, so very healthy. You can throw that over your salad as extra protein. You can put it into your soup like croutons and have extra protein. We even have recipes where we crush the soya beans, and then you have almost like breadcrumbs, and where you would use now breadcrumbs for a fish or for a chicken, for example, when you want to make it the Vienna Schnitzel, then you can make that basically with the crust, with a nice crust of the roasted soybeans. You have extra protein, and you don't have the breadcrumbs, which is actually not too healthy. All these recipes, again, when you look on level 10 club.co.za, you find these recipes. Now, as the next, we look at page 29, where we have the fiber. Fiber is very essential. Fiber is basically the broom to your system to cleanse out. Very, very important. If you don't cleanse on a daily basis, if you don't use the broom, you know how your house would look like. So we need some form of a vacuum cleaner or a broom or whatever it is we need to clean out on a daily basis. And this is why we add fiber to our nutrition. Now, fiber comes in fruit, comes in vegetable. This is why most of the fruit and vegetable you should really consider to eat with the skin. This is why rather eat brown rice instead of white rice, because brown is the shell basically around your rice corn is the fiber. So you want to rather have that. But in general, statistics show that people eat too little fiber in their daily nutrition. And just to give you an idea, when the amount of fiber you should have is around about 25 grams of fiber per day. Now, when you want to make that up in slices of bread, because you say now, but I eat the seeded bread and the whole wheat bread, but you needed to eat 15 slices of that bread to get the same amount of fiber we need. Now, you can't eat so much bread because then we really get fat. Yeah, so it's always one thing to eat healthy, but we need to consider the calories. And this is why we take the fiber. We have fiber tablets where you take 3 times 2 tablets with a big glass of water. And then, very delicious, we have the multi-fiber drink. And the multi-fiber drink you can drink in hot water, in cold water. It tastes, when you drink it, a little bit like an apple juice. It has an apple flavor. Most of us actually mix the multi-fiber into the shake. Very delicious, yeah. So just adding that extra fiber is good for your colon health and overall. So when somebody has a digestive issue, you should always recommend more fiber, but also recommend at the same time more water. By the way, if somebody says, since I take Herbalife, I'm blocked, I'm constipated, this must be for you awesome, because your body wants to get rid of all the bad stuff. But these people need more fiber and these people need more water. It's as simple as that. So recommend these people immediately to drink 1 liter more water. And even if they say, but I drink already 4 liters of water, yeah, they need 1 liter more. And I like to explain it simple. When you think now you start to clean your windows and you have 1 bucket of water and you clean the windows and there's a smear all over, what do? You take more water to get really the windows clear and clean. You wouldn't negotiate, but 1 bucket should be enough because the last time 1 bucket was enough. No, you take as much water as needed that it is clean. And the same is with our body. So nothing in Herbalife can make you constipated. It's your body who basically want to clean out all the rubbish you ate in the past and all the stress you had in the past. And therefore, we just need more water. Yeah. Can one take the fiber tablets and the multi-fiber at the same time? Yes, the more fiber, the better. I do that, yeah, because I'm a big believer in colon health. I'm a big believer in cleansing. And I'm a big believer in fiber. You just need to have the right amount of water then at the same time. So me personally, I drink easy between 3 to 4 liters of water, yeah. And I really love my fiber tablets and I love my fiber, multi-fiber in my shake. Now we talk about page 31, where we have the aloe, herbal aloe concentrate. And there we have our magic tea, I always like to say, which is called instant herbal beverage. Now the herbal aloe concentrate we add to our water. The herbal aloe concentrate, aloe vera, is well known that it is basically calming your digestive system. It's healing, cleansing, supporting. It's one of our core products. So why did we put the shake tea aloe together? It's basically because it's all easy to drink. So if somebody really struggles to take extra fiber, like the fiber tablets and the multi-fiber drink, then at least let them have the aloe drink, where they get also in liquid form extra fiber in, but at the same time the aloe comes with a lot of good healthy enzymes, which are like little soldiers in your body sorting out all that, what is necessary to sort. And you feel it. I mean, my niece, when she was little, she's 15 now, but when she was little, she knew, oh, sore throat, let me have a little bit of aloe. When you have a little bit of sore tummy, it's just healing, calming. So this goes back to the aloe vera, to that plant. What we have magic in our aloe vera, we basically, and by the way, it's good probiotic. It's almost like a better form of a probiotic for your colon system as well, to have the colon health in order. But then also Herbalife managed to filter out the bitter, the aloe from the aloe plant, from the aloe vera plant, and through that ours taste nice and smooth. Whereas the other stuff what people can buy on the shelf, you never ever want to take. Because not just that it tastes bitter and ugly, it has the aloe in it. Now that aloe, that part of the aloe plant, makes your body like, first of all, dehydrating, because it works on your body, on your system like a laxative. So people feel great on it because they can go quickly to the toilet, but it's not healthy. Yeah. So please, when you know people who take that, rather put them on our aloe. Yeah. And especially pregnant women and you want to have them all on the safe side. For children who drink a lot of juice, you want to take them off the juice, just take water for them and make a drop of the aloe in it, maybe the mango flavor, because that also is nice and sweet, but you give the children something healthy and not all the time the juice, which is lots of sugar and not healthy. Our instant herbal beverage, our magic tea, I just love it. I have my first tea in the morning and I'm looking forward. I love to wake up in the morning with my cup of tea. So the first thing what I do is basically I go to the kitchen in the morning. When I wake up, go straight to the kitchen. I have a glass of water with aloe. I take my Herbalife tablets, like the fiber and the multivit and all of that. And while the water is boiling, I'm doing that. And then I make my magic cup of tea. And I put a sip of the aloe in it as well. So I like the tea combined with the aloe as well. Yeah, it tastes absolutely delicious. Yeah. And the tea is basically, the moment you drink it, your body feels like 20 minutes exercise. So it's for me like a wake up ritual, if you want to put it that way. It helps to focus and concentrate. Now the difference from the tea and the caffeine which we find in the tea to the coffee is made out of coffee beans, obviously, and the coffee beans are roasted. So from the chemical process here, that works on your blood circulation. So people who drink coffee because they are tired, they quickly okay, but then it drops again. So they feel for another cup of coffee, another cup of coffee, another cup of coffee, and this is why they become coffee junkies. Now I'm drinking that tea what we have, that herbal beverage, since 22 years, and usually 2 cups is more than enough for me. So I don't need more. I drink a cup in the morning, I drink a cup after lunch, sometimes occasionally another one, but not really that I need it for energy, then it's just maybe sometimes for the flavor, and I want to have a warm cup of tea. You can drink it warm or cold. So this tea, what we have, works on your metabolism. So you don't have the up and down, you basically have for a long time energy, focus, concentration. You can mix it in your water bottle, drink it cold. You can drink it like an iced tea with lots of ice in it. This is what I do now in summertime. My lunch tea is basically a big glass of water with the tea in it, some aloe in it, some ice in it, and this is like my wake-up call. And I go. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. So we come to the next product, which is the multivitamin complex and the Nightworks. So that's on page 33. Now the multivitamin complex, we should always have a multivit. Now ours is, first of all, very cheap compared to a lot of others. Now, when you hear often from other vitamins, take them once a day and the body takes throughout the day what the body needs, the body does not have that function. This is why we use our multivit 3 times a day, 1 tablet. And please follow always the label. What the label says, how to take it, is accurate because it's done from our scientists. Now the multivitamin, what we have is called, it's on a food state. Food state means that the body can absorb 100%. A lot of times people take a multivitamin, they actually see that their urine is a little bit more yellow. There goes your multivit. It's wasted in the loo. You don't want to have that. So the huge advantage, and people feel it when they start on our multivit. Also, we have the vitamin B complex in it, which is good for our nerve system. Yeah. So when people have a lot of stress, when people have a lot of cravings, and they do everything correct, put them on the multivit. They just have a deficiency in vitamins, so they need more vitamins. And as I said earlier, you might say, no, but they take the shake already. Why do they need a multivit? It's because the body demands sometimes more. When we demand more of our body, we have more stress, we run more around, we have maybe family to sort out, then we have a job to sort out, then we have maybe some exercise we want to do. So we demand so much from our body that we need to give back more. Yeah. So the very basics is our core shake T-Elo, but if we demand more, we want to give back more. So we take multivitamin complex 3 times a day, 1 tablet. And obviously we have also a good source of calcium, magnesium in it, which is good for our bones. We have vitamin E in it. We have folate in it. So all the good things which our body needs on a daily basis. And then we have Nightworks. Nightworks is a powder. And Nightworks, as it is written, is not just because we take it in the evening. We can even take it in the morning. That does not make a difference. But this is basically based on Dr. Louis Ignaro's study. Dr. Louis Ignaro got the Nobel Prize because he found out why most of the people die on a heart attack at night time. So there is a gas your body produces which is called nitric oxide. But the levels at night time go down, and especially go down when you have bad nutrition. And then he figured out, when he found that out, he figured out a combination of nutrients which keep the nitric oxide level stable. And this development, he was looking for a company who is not selling something from the shelf. He was looking for a company who is where there are real consultants explaining to the people what the product does and help them in general enhancing their nutrition. Not just giving them a product, also enhancing their overall healthy lifestyle so that they can have a healthy heart. So this product, Nightworks, is a lot about prevention. It's a lot about keeping a healthy heart. And this product came to us because of Dr. Louis Ignaro, because with his search which company would be the right one, he found Herbalife. He found out that we as Herbalife members get well educated, like you see tonight, like those who come now to the extravaganza will experience it from at the extravaganza. Somebody who works close together with Dr. Louis Ignaro is our Louis G. Gratton, who is worldwide responsible for our education. He educates doctors. And this gentleman comes all the way from USA to us in Johannesburg this coming weekend, to train us everything what we need to know, but also that we can explain it easy as non-doctors. I'm not a doctor, yeah, but that we can explain it easy and can understand it easy and can give the information to other people. So if you still haven't made up your mind to come to the extravaganza, my highest recommendation I can have is come to the extravaganza. Tonight is, by the way, still the opportunity to buy the tickets cheaper than it's the door ticket basically only, which is available. So if you want that, let me know later on, then I can help you with it. We move on to the page 39. Are you still okay when I go a little bit further with your time? Is it still okay? Just show me quickly. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So I go to page 39 where we have the Herbalife line. Now, Herbalife line is omega-3 fatty acids. And omega-3 fatty acids is basically important to keep your veins elastic. It's important to prevent that your veins inside clog up. It's important for developing a healthy brain for an unborn. So when the mom is pregnant, very important for the baby as well. It's important for your heart. So omega-3 is now in the meantime discussed that it should be taken on a daily basis like we should take multivit. This is what scientists say now. So omega-3 is the good fatty acids we take from our Herbalife line 3 times 1. Now you find a lot of people say, I take omega-3 and omega-6 and omega-9. We don't need the 6 and the 9. Because when we overdose with the 6 and the 9, 6 and 9 comes in our normal nutrition. We only need the 3. So be very careful when people say that, yeah. Obviously, what we have, it's produced out of fish oil. Now you find fish oil capsules very cheap on the market, but understand cheap comes from old fish. Old fish in the sea, there's a lot of mercury, so you might get something which is not too healthy because now we talk about the concentrate. So you might get the omega-3, but with a lot of bad stuff. Whereas ours went through a specific filter system, and I don't want to bore you, make it now boring with all the details, but ours went through a specific system that it's really clean and healthy. And by the way, you can test a fish oil capsule if it is good or not good. When you put it overnight in the deep freezer, and your fish oil is still liquidish, then it's a good one. If it is hard, then it's a very cheap one. Then you don't want to take it. Because oil does not freeze easily, but water freezes easy. So you know basically you have something which is more punched or does not have the valid point. By the way, another nice test what you can make with the fiber. When you take a glass of water and you put oil in that water, then the water swims on top. And now you add to this the multi-fiber, or you crush our fiber and herb tablets and put that on top. Then you basically see how that fiber accumulates all that oil and then it goes down. This is exactly what happens in your body. This is why we should take fiber all the time, because fiber absorbs the bad fat and then it goes out of the body. Yeah. So for those who eat sometimes naughty, you want to take even after your naughty meal, yeah, an extra portion of fiber. Okay, but this is just by the way. So we take the Herbalife line 3 times a day to keep our joints and everything and our blood vessels and our heart and everything in order. Then we have the Thermocomplete. So I move now to the page 40. The Thermocomplete is an enhancer when you want to lose weight. Yeah, so it's a centimeter killer basically. You take them mid-morning and mid-afternoon, 1 to 2 tablets. I suggest start off with 1 tablet mid-morning and mid-afternoon. After 2 to 3 days, when you say, I actually don't feel a difference, then take 2. If you feel enough difference, then take 1. Don't take it together with your herbal beverage, with our tea, yeah, because it both is an enhancer. You can take both, but don't drink the Thermocomplete tablet with the tea. That wouldn't make sense. Yeah. So when you have early morning your tea, and then round about 10 o'clock you take your Thermocomplete, and then round about 3 o'clock, or you have lunchtime your tea again, and then mid-afternoon you have your Thermocomplete, then it's absolutely fine. So it's just something which speeds up. So who needs Thermocomplete? Those who want to have a quick result, those who stagnate since a very long time, maybe with weight loss, maybe they have done lots of diets before and they need just an enhancer. Then we have the cell activator. Cell activator is like a taxi to your system. It transports just much faster all the good nutrition to your system. So Herbalife is also called cellular nutrition. So meaning on a cellular level, we feed all your cells. Your body is 70, 80 billion cells. So they all need, these little tanks all need their good nutrition. So especially for people who come out of a long sickness or who suffer from chronic fatigue, you want to enhance basically that they absorb faster the good nutrition. Please understand, we never make medical claims. But what you want is that the nutrition goes quickly to the system. People who are on a weight loss program, I suggest really take the cell activator. I personally take it every single day because I like the fact that there is a nice amount of vitamin B in it, which is very good for our nervous system as well and for our overall health. There's also factors in it like cayenne pepper, for example. I know you maybe know cayenne pepper from cooking, and it's quite a hot spice, but it's also known that it increases your metabolism, meaning it increases that you burn a little bit faster. So it can be also counted as an enhancer for weight loss, for example. And then we have Rose Guard on page 41. Now, Rose Guard is antioxidants. Now, we have the multivit and the antioxidants. And I always like to describe it like you have the, when you look in a city you find the police, which sorts out the crime within the city. But then you have also sometimes attacks from terrorists. And for the terrorists, you need basically the stronger army around the city. And the same is with our health, with our cell system. So the multivit is basically to sort out the overall health. But the antioxidants is the stronger army to protect basically that no enemy comes inside the cell system to fight there. So what is our enemy from the health side? It's stress. It's exercise, it's stress on your body. This is why you see sometimes people who exercise a lot are more often having maybe the flu or things like that. So the Rose Guard is something you take 1 tablet in the morning and 1 tablet in the evening. So for people who have a lot of stress, people who are often sick with the flu or immune system conditions, there it's really important to add the antioxidants. And then what else do we have? We have the joint support here. Now the joint support is joint support. So you have all the good glucosamine in the joint support. Glucosamine is very important, by the way, also for the eyes. Glucosamine helps to produce collagen, so it's a little bit anti-aging also for our skin. And it's very important for the cushioning between our joints. So I see people having lots of relief when they basically have a problem with joint flexibility and they start to use the joint support. They often really have a big enhancement there. And then another product, and I think we are finished then with the basic nutrition, yeah. Another product is the Tang Quai. Tang Quai is a product which is like a muscle relaxant. Now, Tenquai often is recommended as a woman product because it helps also. Tenquai is basically a root from the old Chinese, and it's well known that it can help to balance the hormones. But it's also known that it can balance your, to relax your muscles. Yeah. So women take it during this time of the month. Yeah. Often to balance the hormones. When people have a problem to fall asleep at night time, it's also worth to try because it contains chamomile. And chamomile is something which relaxes. And then obviously people who are sporty or people who suffer from muscle pain, it relaxes also the muscle. So the only person you don't want to recommend it is a pregnant woman, because for a pregnant woman you don't want that she relaxes her muscles because she needs the muscle in her tummy to hold the baby. Yeah. But other than that, it's a beautiful product. I personally take it on a daily basis because I'm sporty, so I want to have that relaxation for my muscle all the time. I want to jump to one more product which you find on page 14. When you turn it around and you come now from the page where Cristiano Ronaldo is in front and where we talk about the sports product, then I want to talk now as a last product from tonight about the NRG, Natural Raw Guarana beverage. Now, guarana is again a plant which is known from the old Red Indians. They were chewing on that plant or on the leaves to stay mental alert when they were hunting in the good old past. Guarana, when you read up about it, it says also that it is like a natural antihistamine. So we find basically people, when they have a problem with breathing, that they breathe much easier when they use our NRG. We find people who study at nighttime and need focus and concentration, that they have far more focus when they drink the NRG. Obviously, they need at nighttime not to stay a long time awake, but you need the focus and the concentration, and this is where NRG tea can help you a lot. When people are highly sensitive to caffeine and cannot really drink our normal instant herbal beverage, because they say, even when I just take a tip of the knife from that tea, I'm like this, yeah? There are people out there who are highly sensitive to caffeine, not a lot, yeah, but then try with them the NRG and they will be brilliant. A friend of mine, he gets sweaty hand and gets very nervous when he drinks our normal tea. If he drinks the NRG, he stops. So you see, we have always an alternative. We can drink it hot or cold, tastes absolutely delicious, yeah. And then for people who are hyperactive, people who feel they cannot focus and concentrate, there's so much going on in their mind. Beautiful. Give them the tea, they can all of a sudden focus and concentrate. So this is it for tonight. I know we still have the skincare range and we still have the sports range, but I just wanted to kickstart basically our members training with that kind of training. The next time we might jump in other subjects like time management and things like that. So we always, every Monday from our Success Academy, we will have a different speaker, so it will be not always me, and there will be always exciting, interesting stuff. So I hope I gave you some value tonight. I keep it now open, just if you have any questions about the products we were talking tonight or about your follow-up talking to customers, just tell me now.
I just wanted to know the aloe. Something there that you said about the aloe. Why shouldn't people buy it from the shelf? Because I've got a friend that bought the aloe, and obviously it's much cheaper than ours. So my response was probably that there's probably less of the aloe in the product on the shelf than our product.
I didn't hear you now clear enough or loud enough. So it's about the aloe, if I understood your question right. Why do people buy it from the shelf? Is this your
Yes,
question?
if someone purchases it from the shelf, obviously it's much cheaper.
It is much
So,
cheaper. Look,
yeah.
a simple point what I always like to make is, why is it cheaper?
Mm,
Everything what is cheaper, when Herbalife could offer anything cheaper, we would do it.
yes.
The cheap means often, and when it comes now to aloe, it's often a lot of sugar in it.
Okay.
So it's either that there is the aloe in it, and I recently had a look because I had a customer like that. She started with me on the aloe, and then she bought that other aloe juice. And when I came to her, I said, "You didn't order the aloe anymore. You just ordered the shake and the tea. Don't you like the aloe?" She said, "No, I found something in the supermarket." I said, "Show me." And I said, "You can drink it, but have a look." And when you look at ingredients and you see the very first ingredient is sugar, then it means most of the product is sugar. So
Yeah.
you pay very expensive sugar water. And then she was very quickly, she actually took the whole bottle and put it into the bin while I was there. She said, "Then I don't drink it." Yeah. So it's just, don't be scared, don't discuss price. Be clear we have the best product. Yeah. I have customers who are already on a multivit. So I like basically when they start with me on the trial pack and then later on they upgrade. And often they say, "I take the multivit. Do I still need to take the multivit?" I said, "Look, it's really to recommend to take a multivit, but take a good one. Show me yours." And the reason why I say show me yours is I want to see how many tablets are still in the bottle. So I open the bottle, I say, how long does that last you still? And they say, that is for half a month. I say, great. In half a month, let me know. And I make a note actually. The next time you try mine, and let's see if you feel a difference. And I think in Ghana, they all feel a difference. They never look back, they only want to have mine. The reason is the food state. But if we would compare now, here is vitamin A in it, and there is vitamin A in it. There is vitamin C in it, here is vitamin C in it. And it shows maybe even the same amount. But the quality is different. And the quality is that ours is made on a food state that the body can absorb it immediately. But people sometimes don't understand. This is why I say, finish yours, then try for 1 month mine if you feel the difference. And then you know what I'm talking about. So we are not fighting about the ingredients. I want that the person feels the difference. It's the same with our shakes. Yeah, a lot of people have taken different shakes. But when they taste ours and when they see the result with our shake, then they are sold. This is why I always recommend when you talk to somebody about our shake, our tea, make them a taster, that they taste it. And the shake must be the most divine one. They never look back. They want to have that shake. Yeah. I had just now a group finished last Friday with their 6-day trial. And they couldn't wait today to get finally their products, that they could continue. They were missing their shake so much over the weekend. I got loads of messages. I miss my shake. I miss my shake. I don't know what I should have for breakfast now. And they were only 6 days. Yeah. But I love that. That shows me that they're really in love with products, with our products, and that they love the shake. And this is what we want to have. Answers a little bit your question?
Yes, it does. I've got another question. One of my clients.
Go a little bit closer to the microphone. Go a little bit closer to the microphone.
Is that better?
A little bit better, yeah.
Okay, so one of my clients went on the 6th day with Herbalife, but she's got TB. So when she went back, the doctor advised her not to use Herbalife because according to the doctor, it's a herbal product and it will like cleanse the body of the medication that she's currently taking.
So she took the trial pack.
Yes.
Okay. And she has TB.
Yes.
Okay. Look, we don't fight with the doctor. If the doctor is scared that it interacts with the medication, then it may be worth, that you what I do always, and this is a recommendation from our Dr. Luigi Gretton, when somebody goes and says, "Doctor, can I take Herbalife?" If the doctor does not know about Herbalife, they often say no, because they would take full responsibility how Herbalife affects the body without knowing what they recommend. So in their studies already, they learn when a patient comes and say, "Uncle Doctor, can I take this? Can I take that?" to say no. There's more and more doctors now actually understanding Herbalife and say, "Great, take it." Yeah, I had this week already, today actually, 2 people where the doctor say, "Hey, that's cool that you take Herbalife. Continue with Herbalife." Yeah, but not everybody is that experienced. Now there are certain conditions. Having said this, there are certain conditions like cancer, for example, probably also TB, where we need to be a little bit careful with our supplements when it comes to vitamins, because obviously with cancer, for example, when they go into a chemo treatment, this is basically where the chemo treatment breaks down the immune system completely. So when we fill in then cell activator or multivit or stuff like that, where we want to support the immune system, it would be contradictory. This is why a doctor often, when people are on chemo treatment, and they know that, they get it told basically, that the doctor says, no supplements, no multivit, no this, but the shake is often excellent for them. So this is why I wonder a little bit with that doctor, because the shake is just a healthy meal. So basically,
but she did also say that the doctor said that the doctor's not very familiar with the product, but he just heard herbal, and according to him, herbal is something that flushes out the body.
Then he takes the name Herbalife and does not really know what it is. A huge opportunity, Regana, that you basically go to that doctor, ask for the telephone number, make an appointment with that doctor, and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself with the whole thing, what we are doing, how we explain to people about the healthy breakfast. Make him a delicious shake, explain him it's a healthy meal. Yeah, probably he starts with you on a 6-day trial. Be the ideal situation. But it would be not the first time. I always like to meet the doctors from my clients, if they are in a regular treatment, because that can lead, when this doctor is excited from what you're doing, and you can arrange with the doctor and say, "Doctor, is there anything in our shake which your patient shouldn't have?" And then he reads the label, it's just good nutrition. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Then we are on the side where he can even monitor now his patient, your client, and sees, oh wow, this person, usually somebody who has that condition is always tired, but he is always full of energy, he feels good, So then we actually work together. So there can be, in that moment, there can be a huge advantage as well. If you don't get to the doctor to make an appointment because he blocks, what your client still can do is that you cut out from a Herbalife tin the ingredients, only the ingredients, the nutritional value, and you give that to your patient, and your patient goes there and says, "Doctor, I have decided to have a healthy breakfast every single day. And probably to use that also as a healthy meal. Is there anything in it? So it shouldn't say Herbalife, it just should show what is in our product. Is there anything in it which is not good for me? And if there is not a certain allergy to something, yeah, then there is nothing where the doctor basically can say no. But the doctor is also, with his reputation as a doctor, on the safe side. Understand what I mean? Yeah. So this is whenever you have a prospect and your prospect is a little bit worried because he has a certain condition, says, but before I start anything with you, I want to ask my doctor first. Then this is exactly what you do. Then cut out the ingredients or take a picture of it and say, this is how you go to your doctor. So prep your person how they have to talk to the doctor. Yeah. That they ask the right question, yeah? That they say, doctor, is this healthy for me? Is there anything in it which could harm me? And the doctor can't say anything that it's harmful because it's only good nutrition, yeah?
Yeah.
Answers?
Yes, thank you.
Next question.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you, Soraya.
Okay. I just want to find out about the joint support. One of my clients, they said they're taking the Arthro Ease,
Yeah.
and they want to know about the joint support. Is it the same? Is it different? So should I do the same like you did with the multivitamin and ask them to try it?
I don't know about that product, what they are taking. So this is my answer to somebody. It's exactly the same answer. I don't know about that. All I know is I personally had problems with my knees and ankles because from all the running and what I love to do. And since I take joint support, I just feel absolutely great. A friend of mine from Germany, all the time when he came to Germany, from Germany to be 6 months in South Africa and then back 6 months in Germany, he brought a joint product, a glucosamine product from Germany for 6 months to South Africa. Now I met him, explained him what we have, and he was not, no, I have my special product from my doctor from Germany. But for some reason, he miscalculated and didn't have enough of his product with him, still being in South Africa. So he called me and said, Bea, can I have your joint support because I run out and before I go back, but I want to continue with glucosamine and I just don't find another way to get now my usual products. Can I have yours? And he had mine for 1 month. From there, never ever his other one again. So he had such an improvement, he felt such a difference. So I answer with a story, and this is a true story. You can also say, just look, we can compare it backward, forward. What I can suggest to you, when your product is finished, try mine for a month. There's nothing which harms you. But we have the greatest feedback from it. Just try it for 1 month, and take it from there. Because it would be silly, This is somebody who is medically not experienced and studied. We are not. But what we know is, when you think now of our scientific team in the background, we have so many doctors worldwide working on our products. If there's anything which is better than the ingredients we have right now to make a product which we have, then we would have it. It's as simple as that, Because what Herbalife knows is we are result-driven. We are not like a pharmaceutical company who says, but we have 2 milligram more of that in it, and we have 12 milligram more of this in it, and this blah, 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 blah. We don't do that nonsense. We need a result. We need a result that the people feel a difference. And this is how our products are put together, that we as members and as coaches have it easy, that we know, that we know, that we know. We have the right nutrition, we have the right ingredients in it. It's top on the market and we produce results with it. So the only thing that we need is that the people take it as we advise it, drink the amount of water what they should have, and there we go. Then we just need to leave it up to their experience. But this is in these 22 years, whenever I was talking to people about changing their multivit to ours, changing their omega-3s to our Herbalife line, changing the glucosamine to our joint support, I always had the winner on my side. But I must also say I started them off on our core nutrition with the shake. So the fundamental belief was there already, because they could already feel a difference with our shake tea, probably with the shake tea aloe. So there was a basic trust in the product was there already, which makes then also a difference.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's cool.
Super. Excellent. I would say we did much longer as we thought. I hope I didn't overdo it tonight, that you got some value out of it. I said thank you so much for tonight. If there's other questions coming up, this is our member chat group for the WhatsApp group, what we have, Team Herbalife. If you have a question in general about the product, or specific about the customer, or specific about the follow-up, ask it there, because your question, by answering your question, it might help somebody else to understand more about the products, or they may be too shy to ask the question. You ask the question, they think, thank you, I needed that answer too. Yeah. So this is how we can learn in the future from each other. Yeah. Other than that, we are super excited to be at the Extravaganza to learn more. And there will be more new products at the Extravaganza. So watch out what's happening there. So exciting stuff is happening in the next couple of months regarding the products. What I can tell you already, don't tell anybody that I told you. We get a new flavor. A new flavor of the shake, and it fits nicely into our summery feeling. You know it. I can't tell you which flavor, but I can tell you maybe you like blueberries, and maybe you like raspberries, and maybe that could be some form of a mix. Absolutely delicious. I had it already. It's absolutely divine. So watch out. There's 2 news regarding the products. And if you still can make up your mind to come to the Extravaganza, I can tell you, just do it. You will never look back. I was today 2 hours on a call for speakers at the Extravaganza. I was already excited, but since that call, I'm just super hyper excited for what's going to happen on Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Extravaganza. So I wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you very much for listening tonight. It was an absolutely pleasure to have you on the call, and I hope I could add some value to your future business and for your clients.
Thank you, Bea.
Bye. Good night.